Welcome to the Stoic Tide. There are people who walk into a room without saying a word, and somehow everything inside that room shifts. Not because they're loud, not because they're trying, but because their presence carries a weight that others don't. This isn't beauty, this isn't charm, this is an aura, the kind that forms when a person has mastered something far more powerful than appearances themselves. Philosophers like Epictetus warned that a person who hasn't ruled their own mind will be ruled by whatever they fear. And every researcher of ancient wisdom agrees an aura is not a glow, it is discipline made visible. Today we speak of 4 signs, rare, unmistakable, and quietly powerful, that reveal you have a highly attractive aura. Sign 1, you move through the world with unshakable inner calm. There is a kind of silence that cannot be faked. It's the silence of someone who no longer needs the world's noise to feel alive. This silence attracts people not because it entertains them, but because it stabilizes them. Marcus Aurelius once wrote that the nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the nearer he is to strength. In other words, calmness is not a mood, it is evidence of internal order. We live in an age where minds are scattered, attention is fractured, and emotions spill out uncontrollably. But you, if you carry this aura, move differently. You do not rush, you do not explode. You do not trade your peace every time someone else loses theirs. People feel drawn to you because your calmness acts like gravity. It holds them steady even when they don't understand why. Your calm is not passive. It is chosen, trained, forged in moments when you could have reacted but didn't. When your anger begged to speak but you kept it leashed. When chaos tried to break you but you remained whole. That is the first sign. An inner equilibrium so powerful that the world feels different when you enter the room. Sign 2, your presence forces others to confront themselves. There is a rare type of individual whose presence does not entertain people but exposes them. When you walk into a room, some people feel inspired, others feel uncomfortable, and they don't even know why. It's because your aura carries something most people spend their entire lives avoiding: self-honesty. Psychological researchers call this reflective discomfort, the sensation people experience when someone disciplined, self-aware, and internally structured stands beside their own unexamined chaos. Ancient thinkers understood this deeply. Cleanthes once noted that a person who has mastered himself becomes a silent rebuke to the undisciplined. He did not mean judgment, he meant contrast. Your aura is attractive because it confronts people with a truth they've hidden from themselves. That order is possible, strength is possible, self-control is possible, and they have not yet chosen it. You don't preach, you don't lecture, you don't try to elevate yourself, but the way you carry yourself, the way you speak with intention instead of impulse, the way you choose clarity over chaos, all of it becomes a mirror, and people see themselves in that mirror. Some feel motivated, others feel threatened, but all of them feel something because your presence sends a silent message. I do not belong to the noise, I belong to myself, and this alone separates you from most of the world. Most people avoid facing their inner weaknesses by drowning in distractions, scrolling, gossiping, performing for strangers, exaggerating their lives online. They escape into noise to avoid confronting the emptiness behind it. But you do not fear confrontation with yourself. You have walked into the darkest rooms of your mind and faced your shadows without running. And this gives you a strength that radiates outward, a strength others can feel even when you say nothing. This is why people react strongly to you. Some admire you, others get defensive, some feel intimidated without a reason. They aren't really reacting to you. They are reacting to the version of themselves they suddenly become when they stand near you. You do not shrink from this phenomenon because you understand what the philosopher Musonius Rufus taught, that the disciplined person naturally exposes the undisciplined simply by existing. There is no arrogance in this, no superiority. It is simply the nature of inner order. It makes disorder visible. Your aura pulls people towards you not through beauty, loudness, or social skill, but through a profound psychological gravity. A gravity created by a mind that is anchored, a heart that is steady, a spirit that is awake. And here is the deeper truth. Your presence does not attract people because you make them feel good. You attract them because you make them feel real. You remind them of who they could be and who they have avoided becoming. This is the 3rd sign of a highly attractive aura. You don't change people, you reveal them. Sign 3, you carry a calm that cannot be manipulated. There is a form of attractiveness that has nothing to do with appearance, charm, or charisma. It is the quiet force of a person who cannot be emotionally pushed, pulled, or controlled. A person whose calm is not passive but deliberate. You have this kind of calm. People sense it the way animals sense a shift in the weather. They don't understand it logically but instinctively. They feel that your emotions belong to you, not to the world you. This level of inner control is rare, and it creates a psychological effect that researchers call emotional gravity, a force where the more centered you are, the more others feel themselves orbiting around your stillness. This is why people stare a little longer when you speak softly. It's why they try harder to gain your attention, to unlock your reactions, to understand what goes on behind eyes that do not flinch even when the world tries to provoke you. Your calm makes people curious, but it also makes them unsettled because you do not give them the emotional cues they rely on to control others. You do not fall into their traps. You do not react on impulse. You observe, think, and respond with intention. Epictetus wrote that true power is the ability to choose one's own emotion, not to inherit it from another person's behavior. You embody this truth. You choose your emotions deliberately, not because you want to appear strong, but because you understand that losing yourself in anger, panic, envy, or fear only makes you weaker. This form of self-governance is deeply attractive, not in a superficial sense, but because it signals something primal, inner stability. People are drawn to those who cannot be easily shaken, not because they want calmness, but because they want to borrow it. Your emotional discipline becomes a shelter, a quiet refuge, a space where others feel steadier simply by being near you. And yet your calm also challenges people. It forces them to confront their own emotional storms. Your silence reveals their noise. Your clarity exposes their confusion. Your restraint highlights their impulsiveness. People feel this contrast immediately, even if they cannot explain it. Some admire you, some resent you. Some try to provoke you just to see if you can break, not because they want to hurt you, but because they want to know whether a person like you actually exists. When you refuse to react, it does something to them. It disrupts their expectations. It makes them question their own patterns, their own reactivity, their own lack of self-command. This is why the calm you carry is not ordinary. It is not the calm of apathy. It is not the calm of someone who feels nothing. It is the calm of someone who has felt everything and survived themselves. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The world outside has no power over you unless you allow it, and you stopped allowing it." This is what makes your aura magnetic, not your looks, not your confidence, not your intelligence, but your refusal to be emotionally owned by anything external. And this is the fourth sign of a highly attractive aura. You are calm in a world built on emotional chaos, and people can feel that power the moment you walk into the room. Sign 4. You move through the world with an aura of quiet purpose. There is a strange kind of presence that only a few people possess, a presence that doesn't try to impress, to dominate, or to win approval, yet somehow ends up commanding the room without a single word. This presence comes from purpose, not loud ambition, not desperate grinding, but a quiet, unwavering orientation towards something higher, towards self-mastery, clarity, and meaning. And you carry this. We carry this, not perfectly, not consistently, but unmistakably. When you walk into a room, you are not frantic, scattered, or trying to be noticed. You are simply there fully, deliberately, with your attention grounded in the moment. That alone separates you from most people because most live in a state of mental noise, caught in past conversations, future worries, and constant self-judgment. But you live in your body, you breathe deeper, you listen more than you speak, you observe rather than react. The Stoic philosopher Seneca wrote, "To live is to act with purpose." Most people move without one. They drift, they perform for others, they chase validation they don't even truly want. Their actions are reactive, their choices unconscious, and their direction borrowed from the expectations of the crowd. Your presence stands out because you are not drifting. Even when you don't know every step of your future, you move like someone who has somewhere meaningful to go. People feel this on an instinctual level. Humans have always been drawn to certainty, not arrogance, but inner direction. Your purpose gives shape to your presence, and your presence gives depth to your aura. This is why you don't cling to conversation. This is why you don't overshare. This is why you don't beg for attention. Your energy is not scattered. It is consolidated, focused, held tightly under your control. Epictetus wrote that people who lack self-mastery wander aimlessly, but those who govern their own minds move with the steadiness of someone following a higher law. This steady way of moving It makes you stand out. People don't always know how to interpret it. Some see you as mysterious, some think you're intimidating. Some admire you silently from a distance, and some feel threatened not because you attack them, but because your discipline exposes their lack of it. Your purpose becomes a mirror, reflecting back to people everything they avoid confronting within themselves. When you speak, you choose your words. When you act, you choose your timing. When you listen, you absorb more than the surface. This level of intentionality is deeply rare, and it is one of the strongest psychological markers of an attractive aura. Not attractive in a superficial sense, but attractive in the sense that your presence commands respect, invites curiosity, and awakens something dormant in others. People follow those who follow themselves, and you follow yourself, not the crowd, not trends, not impulses, not the chaotic emotional storms of the people around you. You move from an internal compass, a place of discipline, stillness, and self-accountability. This is what Marcus Aurelius meant when he wrote, "Get back to what is essential." You have already begun to do this. You prioritize your peace. You guard your time. You detach from noise. You refuse to give your attention to things that dilute your spirit. This is not apathy. This is not coldness. It is alignment. It is the life of someone who has realized that true power comes from what you do not give away. Your attention, your reaction, your internal world. Most people are emotionally porous, but you are not. You choose what enters your mind. You choose what leaves your mouth. You choose what shapes your identity. This intentional way of existing creates an unmistakable aura, the aura of someone who is not simply alive, but consciously alive. People feel safer around you because you are grounded. People feel challenged around you because you are disciplined. People feel drawn to you because you know where you are going, even when the path is unclear. If this message resonated, you please subscribe the Stoic Tide and hit the like button. Thank you for watching. See you in next video.